Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome back to another episode of FWhy podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. आज जो मेरे गेस्ट हैं उनके पीछे मैं मेरे ख्याल में 1 साल से पड़ी हुई हूँ कि प्लीज़ मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे आएँ, प्लीज़ मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे आएँ. And I can tell you a lot of things about her, but I've known her for about 15 to 20 years. And I've still got her in my phone as a VJ, and I think that's how she started her career in Pakistan. But she has grown into this fabulous superstar. She is humble because when you meet her, she's lovely. I think she talks to everybody. I think I've never seen her not talking to people and acknowledging her fans. And she's I don't know how to describe her, because for me she's actually just a regular person that I meet, and I don't look at her as a superstar, but I know that she's Pakistan's sweetheart. So with further ado, let me introduce you to Mahira Khan.
Thank you.
ये मेरे लिए embarrassing हो रहा है. अजीब सा लग रहा था कहते हुए. हाँ. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. I was also like, what is she going to say for me? Like,
Yeah.
you just know me, like...
Yeah, like I knew what you were going to wear.
Yeah.
हाँ. कि वाइट कपड़े पहन के आएगी, देसी कपड़े पहनेगी, चूड़ियाँ पहनी हुई हैं, बालें पहनेगी, बाल इसके बंधे होंगे, and she's got fabulous hair. But थोड़ा बहुत मैं माहिरा के बारे में जानती हूँ, but I also know that she's very regular person, just another person that you know as genuinely as I know her. And I've known you for a long time now, and I think अब तो मेरे ख्याल में मैं समझती हूँ कि मेरी एक रिश्तेदारी भी हो गई है, because Iman is so close to you.
Yes.
And you've been with that family for such a long time. And आज माहिरा ने मुझे खुद कहा, मैंने कहा नरिसा को ज़रूर फ़ोन करना पूछने के लिए. So Narissa is one of Mahira's best friends growing up, and we will talk, but we will start from the beginning where we always start. Okay, so you're a Sagittarius.
I'm on the cusp.
You're on the cusp.
So 21st December. So it's a Sagittarius and a Capricorn.
Ooh.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I love Capricorns. I get along with Capricorns really well. Yeah. But December ki birth hai, huh? Wow. Okay. So now let's start with your childhood, because we always start there. Okay. And I know बहुत सारे लोग बहुत कुछ जानते हैं. मैंने इतने इंटरव्यूज देखे हैं. अब ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात है क्योंकि माहिरा बहुत इंटरव्यूज देती हैं. ये भी मैं कह सकती हूँ?
No, actually.
नहीं?
No, comparatively not.
But there's so much out there about you. Is it कि लोग फिर खुद ही लिखते हैं मेरे ख्याल में? Because when we've interviewed बाकी भी celebrities को किया है, इतना material नहीं आता मेरे पास.
भाई I actually अभी Instagram पे मैंने एक वीडियो पोस्ट की और उसके नीचे एक लाइन लिखी थी that I had a fall and I'm just grateful to be alive. आज अम्मा's like, तुम्हें पता है पप्पू का फोन आ गया है और असलम नाना has called क्योंकि it's on the news. I was like, what's on the news? That you had a fall? So we were just talking about it कि it's not even something that I really talked about, but it becomes news. So.
But it was a beautiful story, what you told me, because it was quite horrific. Okay?
It was horrific.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
She said that she was on a horse, you hit the concrete, then you fell, and then you were seeing stars. Yes. And you had a big headache and you had to go for a CT scan.
Yes.
But what was lovely, what you said was कि तुम्हारे पास कितने सारे लोग तुम्हें पूछने आए उसी वक्त.
So we're gonna come back to my childhood, but yes this is it was such a beautiful thing that happened. मैं ट्रैक करके अकेली गई थी on the horse, as in घोड़े वाले ने भी छोड़ दिया था कि आप तो बहुत अच्छी हैं. I was like I'm so hero मैं भी बन रही थी, but I was enjoying it. But I could tell, और मैं पूछ रही थी कि ये इसको क्या होता है. Sometimes she would do a hop, skip, jump sort of a thing. So the guy said, actually इसका एक problem है. इसको कीचड़ में पाँव डालना अच्छा नहीं लगता. And I thought that was amazing. I said, yaar, I think I found my soulmate.
Yeah.
I said, मुझे भी कीचड़ में पाँव डालना नहीं अच्छा लगता. And in my head, I thought, what a story. I'm on this horse. Anyway, coming back, I should have remembered that इनको कीचड़ में पाँव डालना अच्छा नहीं लगता. It started raining. And there were lots of people who were coming down with us. But my friends and my family were trekking down. I was on the horse. And Azu was on the horse behind me.
Oh, damn.
So he was traumatized. Anyway, so it started raining. Ab obviously कीचड़ तो हर जगह थी. And the घोड़े वाला took a little bit of a other sort of route. And I could see it. I was like, how will this horse manage? And that's exactly what happened. I mean, he sort of tried to save herself. And in that, I think I think it sort of jumped. I don't even remember that moment clearly, but I hit a concrete, fell off the horse. I didn't completely fall, but I sort of... And then there were like, मुझे तो पता भी नहीं कि कितने लोग जो already देख रहे थे कि मैं हूँ, क्योंकि वो hi, the way they came, they took me out of the horse. And while I was like sort of fainting almost, like losing consciousness, I kept hearing cries like, Mahira Khan, इनको कुछ हुआ, इनको बचाएं, please. Kissing me, loving me, and I was like, oh my God. So there were these two women, and I don't know if they'll watch this, but thank you. Khair, everyone came down, and it was...
I loved Mahira.
I mean, I was just... I was like, wow, man, this is... Also very grateful that I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. So we go back to the childhood.
Yeah.
So मैंने पढ़ा था कि you grew up, I didn't know this, कि you grew up in a joint family. Your family is from India, right? Yeah? Your father came from there?
My father was born in Delhi.
Acha, my mother also.
Really? Yeah. So my father was born in Delhi. And so, yeah, both actually, Amma ki bhi family or Abba ki bhi, both were from India. Yeah.
And then you're living in a joint family, huh?
Yes. When I was born, I was born after 8 years.
Acha.
So, my dada, dadi, everyone, I was very spoiled. Very spoiled. I was the miracle baby because Amma Abba were not, they were trying for all these years and then they'd given up and whatnot. And so I was born, and then my brother was born a year later. And it was this house on main Khalid bin Walid Road. Do you remember?
Yeah, of course. Tariq Road के पीछे गाड़ियों की जगह.
Exactly. और वहाँ showrooms थे और बीच में हमारा ये बड़ा सा घर था जहाँ दादी, दादा, my family, my puppo's family, all used to live there.
मजा आया होगा.
I mean,
cousins भी थे.
Cousins. और फिर दूसरी पुप्पो के cousins.
Oh wow.
फिर बाहर से चचा और ताया के बच्चे आते थे. It was just, it was a beautiful childhood.
And you went to foundation, right?
Yes.
You went to foundation school and you did your O-levels?
Yeah.
And फिर उसके बाद foreign you went abroad?
Yeah, so I was very protected, I went through, just people go through some teenage rough years. I think for me, I was a dreamer. पता नहीं मेरे साथ क्या होगा जिंदगी में.
तुम हो अभी भी?
हाँ अभी भी.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. I can go into some other zone and think God knows what will happen. The good thing that happened is that I became very good with keeping relationships separate. तो मेरी दादा दादी के साथ अपनी relationship थी, मेरी पप्पो के साथ अपनी, और आज तक पप्पों के साथ अपनी थी, मामू मानी खाला के साथ अपनी थी. I had understood that okay, I can't take anybody's opinions or whatever they are having, whatever it is. I kept that separate. But I think I became a people's pleaser, and I was that for a very long time. I think it's...
but Mahira, I've also learned with my mother and my own experiences. My mother, the first thing they Pakistan में कहते हैं जी अब divorce हो गई, अच्छा आदमी तो जाके दोबारा शादी कर लेगा, उसके अपने बच्चे हो जाएंगे, उसको ना मिलने दो बच्चों से, और और my mother used to say that. So I explained to my mother कि I don't want dysfunctional children.
बिल्कुल.
This is not the time for me to say anything. खुद बच्चे अपनी opinion, अपनी relationship बना रहे हैं. So you don't want that. मगर यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में ये बहुत होता है कि जी अच्छा अब divorce हो गई तो अब इसको अलग कर दो, ज़रूरी नहीं है उनसे मिलना, you know. ये बहुत गलत बात है. बच्चों का नहीं सोचते लोग.
बिल्कुल. और सारी बात ही बच्चों की है.
Exactly.
Actually. I mean, at the end of the day, there is so much that you kill your ego for your child.
Exactly.
But you brought that child into the world. And then you decided, I chose to not be with this person. But that child did not make those choices. So till the time that they're 18 or whatever, it is up to you to keep it, like you said, as non-dysfunctional as possible. So yeah, anyway, coming back. But I had a good childhood. I had, my father was like a hippie.
Oh, that's cool.
Still is. And so we had like Bob Marley and Janis Joplin playing.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Nice. He was a real hippie. And I mean, he attended Woodstock 1969.
Really? What did he do?
He was a banker.
Okay.
But prior to being a banker, he was doing his master's in Philadelphia Temple University.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he was after he wrapped up and everything, he was a backpacker.
Wow.
Yeah.
भटक रहे थे.
Oh, he lived off. Well, I don't know.
No, that's so cool.
He lived off an island in the Caribbean, San Andres.
Nice.
Yeah. So he was a real
And so how did your parents meet?
Oh,
वो भी एक love story है.
नहीं जी.
वो पूरे arranged marriage थी. अच्छा.
My mother was, on the other hand, very protected. And she's gorgeous, very protected. Again, dreamer, romantic.
So you get that from her.
Yeah. Everything's going to be nice. And I think she looked at everything with rose-tinted glasses. And educated also, as was my father. But two different worlds. So they came from very different ones. And she was a teacher. I always saw my parents working.
That's great. Yeah. I think ये भी बहुत important चीज़ होती है जब आपके parents educated होते हैं and they come from that working background, then that instills that, that thing in you, okay, but this is it.
Yeah.
So Mahira Khan growing up wasn't, you went after that, you got a scholarship, I believe.
Later on.
Yeah.
Later on.
Achha.
I went, till 16, and I had this great group of friends.
Okay.
वो आज तक मेरी सारी दोस्त हैं.
वो ही हैं, Frieha, Sana,
इंसिया, सब वही हैं.
Wow, nice.
सब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
कितनी अच्छी बात है.
Yeah, the same group of friends.
School से आई थी सारी.
School, बचपन से.
Wow, nice.
Right? और हमारा घर वो था जहाँ सारी दोस्तें आती थी.
अच्छा.
If there was one house where they were allowed to sleep over, it was ours.
Nice.
Amma Abba were not Kokab auntie and Hafiz uncle. They were Amma Abba.
Oh, cool.
And they still are.
Nice.
So that home, even though it was a small home, our section was a small section. We didn't even have our own rooms, me and Hassan. But it was just full of people all the time.
I think that's why you're such a people person.
गाने चल रहे हैं, डांस हो रहा है. क्यों डांस हो रहे हैं? डांसेस क्यों बन रहे हैं भाई? पता नहीं. किसी की शादी तो नहीं हो रही, लेकिन प्रैक्टिस डांसिंग चल रही है.
शौक था, उस वक्त से शौक था. But ये शौक तुमने बाद में उसको implement किया because you went and did psychology in college.
But Frieha, I was. You don't even know if you go through my diaries or diary.
मैंने सुना है तुम diaries भी लिखती, journals और
वो मैं कभी अगर something happens to me तो I keep thinking ये जब पढ़ेंगे लोग तो क्या, because there's so much in them.
But that's great.
Yeah, I guess. But so after that हमें प्यार हो गया. I was very young. And
that was the first crush, first love.
First.
Here, Pakistan mein.
Yeah.
Acha. Okay.
And then we were always meant to go to LA. My chacha lives in LA.
Acha, okay.
And my popo used to live in LA, so we had family there.
Right.
but I was like, नहीं मुझे तो जल्दी जाना है because
वो वहाँ थे इसलिए
yeah.
हाँ
And so I was like 17 when I left. I didn't even complete my A levels. वहाँ जाके मुझे अपनी नानी याद आ गई.
oh, because it was tough. It's another world.
Yeah, it was tough for me. I was not like...
Because you're alone. Suddenly you go from this household and bunch of friends and then you land up, okay, ठीक है चचा हैं, but वो वाली बात तो नहीं हो सकती ना जो कि यहाँ पे होती है. It's a very different environment.
Also, I wasn't that rich kid going to college.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
That's okay.
Yeah. So obviously जब मेरी दोस्तें कॉलेज जाना शुरू करें तो उनका एक different ही उनकी एक life थी. You know?
Yeah.
They could go to college, party, go there, go do this, go for holidays, go for spring break. Till date, when people talk about college life, I had none. I don't get it.
That's what Narissa was saying. कि वो सारा वक्त काम कर रही होती थी. You know, but she said some very interesting thing. Oh, she's like, नहीं, she said कि मायरा को grocery shopping जाना होता सुबह के 3 बजे.
हाँ.
Is it true?
Yes.
Okay, मुझे उसने ये भी बताया कि तुम लोगों के 2 accidents भी हुए थे. Because तुम डांस कर रही थी, तुम उसको कह रही थी मुझे देखो वो ड्राइव कर रही थी.
बिल्कुल ये सही बात है लेकिन ये मेरी गलती नहीं है मगर ये सही बात है.
I know.
Twice she's had an accident.
Yeah.
She says and both times it's because of you.
Yeah.
One of the times yes I was saying, one of the times I think I was saying कि नारो जब मैं ये बन जाऊंगी ना तो मैं ये करूंगी और तो she was obviously driving. मैंने कहा you're not looking at me नारो.
That's what she told me.
Yeah. And she's like अच्छा यार and she looked at me and boom.
Bang.
Yeah.
But you worked ना Mahira. It was a good experience ना जो भी किया मैंने सुना है गटर साफ किए हैं nurse वाले home not home but recruiting nurses you know it teaches you a lot of things बर्तन I've manjot बर्तन I say it very proudly and serve food to people but it's okay.
Oh yeah, I talk about it a lot. I talk about it very proudly.
Yeah.
But those were
tough days.
Yeah. Because I went again वही वाली बात ना आप यहाँ एक बबल में थे और आप वहाँ पहुँचे और आपको लगा ओ ये तो बहुत अच्छा होगा. I ended up not being with that boy. I mean later on I get married to that boy in the story.
Yeah.
But at that time we split up for a bit. And my father was going through his own journey with his career or his job. And you know he just said देखो भाई तुम दोनों मैं और हिसान गए थे by the way.
How come Hisam went with you? ये भी मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही.
मुझे भी जाना है.
No.
हाँ. So अब्बा said okay go. ये बड़ा एक
तो तुम लोग रह कहाँ पे थे जब तुम लोग वहाँ
We had this apartment in Santa Monica because that's where my community college was.
अच्छा okay.
And it was this small tiny apartment and बहुत तंग किया है मुझे मेरे भाई ने.
Because he's 16, yeah. 16 is a crazy age for a boy.
And
for a boy.
I mean, now he's just a blessing. Even then he was, but
And then you had to be
party,
a parent.
party.
And you have बर्तन मांजो, gutter साफ, bathroom साफ, ये
job पे जा रही हूँ, वापस आ रही हूँ, ये हो रहा है और सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं. नरू हिसान कहाँ है? I don't know. Where is he? पता नहीं कहाँ.
अच्छा.
नरू हिसान का पेट खराब हो गया है यार उसके लिए खिचड़ियाँ बन रही हैं ये नहीं पता कि पेट क्यों खराब हुआ है वो भी नहीं मैं कह सकती. So it was just madness. But I think for me again work has been my savior so many times in my life. So I split up and I went through my first heartbreak or whatever and Abba was going through his own thing back here and he said तुम दोनों आ जाओ वापस. मैं नहीं भेज सकता पैसे.
नहीं है
इस वक्त
करियर वाला प्रॉब्लम हो गया था.
मतलब कि अब मैं डॉलर्स में और वहाँ तुम लोग उस वक्त I said नहीं because I had tasted independence. Not the I'm free I can do anything, just that feeling of I go to work and I get a check at the end of the week.
Yes.
So I remember twice in my life or thrice I've prayed to to God saying, if I am more deserving, let me get this. So one of the first times I did that was when I interviewed for Rite Aid. Do you know what Rite Aid is?
Yeah.
It's like a Walgreens.
Oh, it's like a pharmacy. Yeah, I know Rite Aid. Yeah. Okay.
तो मैंने इंटरव्यू किया और मेरे साथ भी वो लोग थे और मुझे लगा जो मेरे साथ एक लड़की थी पता नहीं मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद इसको मुझसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है.
एक तो तुम्हारा ये भी बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. मैंने नोटिस किया है बेचारी और इसका नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट योरसेल्फ.
Yeah, I have. But I was like maybe. तो मैं वापस आई घर and I was like God, if she deserves it more than me, just give it to her because right now I don't need this. And I got the call and I got the job. It was crazy, inventory, mopping floors. करे जा रही हूँ मतलब it was just and वो कहता था जब मैंने मॉप पहले पकड़ा वो कहता था what are you a Pakistani princess.
Oh dear.
Then आपको इन्वेंटोरी में बियर्स और अल्कोहल रखनी होती है ना पीछे फ्रीजर में जाके. मैं कहती थी I can't do this.
I can't touch alcohol.
Yeah. He said excuse me. I said I can't touch alcohol. Came back home. I was like what do I do? And then I said, okay, it's work. What do I do? It's I can't say that.
Also, you're very young.
I was very
17-18 साल की उम्र में you have no idea.
I was so young. और फिर during that time मुझे नरू मिली. So Naru is she is my like guardian angel. She is. मैं और हिसान अकेले. I used to work 2 jobs, go to college. And
she was in the same college.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And my friend Sana had said, look, Naru वहाँ है. I'd met Naru when we were here.
That's what she said. You introduced Sana ने किया था.
हाँ. और वो just connect with her. मैंने कहा ठीक है. मैंने call की और मैंने कहा I'm here at the college, so maybe we can you can pick me up or whatever. She arrived in a red like convertible जो उनकी खाला की थी. Fancy. और उसमें बज रहा था कोई इंडियन गाना.
बस
मैंने कहा wow, this is it. But we just hit it off. Actually, Naru's father was going away at that time. He was dying.
Yeah.
So me and her sort of
connected
and we became each other's support, That's why Iman and Imara to me are not...
They're babies.
They're babies for me. They're babies for me. ये लोग सब जाते थे hospital और मैं Iman Imara का ख्याल रखती थी. Uncle was sick. एक दिन ये लोग जब घर पे वापस आए तो it was so bad. We knew that uncle's going. पर एक दो दिन ये लोग जब वापस आए दरवाज़ा खुला तो मेरे यहाँ लाल लिप्स थे, ब्लू आई शेडो था, लाइनर यहाँ लगा हुआ था क्योंकि मारा एंड ईमान had done makeup on me.
वो भी करते हैं. मारा को तो बहुत ही शौक है.
Naru was like, what the hell? I was like, man, कोई बात नहीं.
अच्छा they were so young at that time. ईमान तो बहुत छोटी थी.
बहुत मारा तो बहुत छोटी थी. So वो वक्त जो था वो मुश्किल था मगर वो now that I look back at it वो बहुत अच्छा था. वो इसलिए भी अच्छा था Frieha because I was in a way not attached to anybody.
Yeah, because फिर diversion हो जाती है. हाँ.
That's the time I really started dreaming. आप नरू से पूछें.
वो मुझे बता चुकी है. मैं ज़रा सबको बता दूँ. मुझे तो ये भी नहीं पता था कि नरिसा was into Bollywood. मुझे उसने बोला हम सारी फिल्में देखते थे जाके. फर्स्ट शो शी सेड ये लड़की शाहरुख खान के बारे में इतनी obsessed थी कि बस. और मैं कभी कभी घर आऊँ तो जी डांस कर रही है. म्यूजिक लगाया हुआ है बॉलीवुड का लगा के वो खुद ही डांस कर रही है. आई नेवर न्यू. अभी यू स्टिल डांस अभी तक तुम करती हो. मुझे पता है तुम्हें शौक है.
मैं नरू के समय उसको कहती थी क्योंकि दिन इतना मुश्किल होता था और रात राइट. नरू को कहती थी कि चलो मुझे ड्राइव पे ले जाओ. गाड़ी तो नहीं थी.
She said we used to drive a lot.
So we used to drive on the coast PCH और फिर मैं कहती थी नरू ये देखो ऐसे लगेगा बिलबोर्ड मेरा ऐसे बड़ा वाला. And she was that friend she used to say 100% लगेगा.
Believed in you.
100% लगेगा. And मैं कहती थी नरू I will be like Shah Rukh's heroine ना 100%.
And this was at what age?
18, 19.
Can you imagine? Okay, और psychology पढ़ने गई हुई है.
I went for chemical engineering.
Oh my God.
My first year, I was taking these crazy chemistry classes. I was like, no, I can't do this. I love my chemistry, but no. So I switched to psychology. And
And I would have thought you would have gone into arts and theatre. वहाँ school, college में कोई theatre theatre नहीं किया.
कुछ भी नहीं.
Can you imagine? और dance classes भी नहीं attend किए. वहाँ तो मिलते हैं.
कुछ पैसे कहाँ थे डांस क्लासेस
बट अंदर था सारा. This was the dream. This was the dreaming, the girl who wanted to be in Bollywood or whatever, like be in.
I just wanted to be an actress. There was
पाकिस्तान में तो था ही नहीं ना. तो कोई वो वाला सीन था कि या तो वहाँ तो आप जा नहीं सकते थे.
वहाँ आप जा नहीं सकते थे और यहाँ आपके ड्रामे थे. So मैं हमेशा ये कहती हूँ, मैं 2 DVDs लेके गई थी. प्यासा 1959 और आंगन टेढ़ा.
I love आंगन टेढ़ा.
And I would just put DVD में डाल के मैं वो देखती थी. मैं खुश होती थी. And on my off day, I used to have a pint of ice cream. That I don't know if Naru told you. Naru used to be like,
no,
this
she didn't
sick.
tell me. Yeah.
Sick Mahira. Then a lot of things happened. Me and my brother got convicted.
Oh?
Convicted? Did I just say?
Yes.
Convicted? Evicted.
Evicted. Not
Allah na kare
convicted means jail, भाई. Jail तो नहीं गए ना?
नहीं, never.
Jail तो नहीं.
तो बस तब convicted.
Convicted तो मैं बोल दिया. No, we let it. Don't worry.
Oh God, that's
evicted,
hilarious.
No, that's funny. It's funny.
That is
funny.
hilarious. Oh my God.
You got evicted. पैसे नहीं थे. इसलिए.
भाई वो
evicted. वो हरकतें भाई जो भाई करके मैं समझ आ गई.
जो हरकतें हुई
टीनेज में जो हरकतें होती हैं.
तो हमारी जो रेंट करती थी ना, जो हमारे उसने हनी मस्ट पेनी, उन्होंने कहा कि you guys have this many days, you're out.
Okay, फिर
and I reached out to a lot of people कि look, somehow I need, nobody was there. फिर मैंने नरू को कहा, मैंने कहा नरू, हम लोग तो we have to pack up.
बेघर हो गए.
बेघर हो गए. She said, तुम पैक करो सारे bags और मेरे. She had moved by then. So the first year we all lived in the same apartments.
Oh, okay.
Then she moved away to a bigger apartment. So
you moved in with her.
We moved in with her. And I say this story because जिंदगी बड़ी अजीब होती है. जब आपके लिए कोई अच्छा करता है तो वो आपको याद रह जाती है बात. Years later, 2 years later, whatever, Siam, who's also a very important part of my life, he's my brother's best friend.
Okay.
So it was the 4 of us.
Okay.
He came over and he said, I don't have a place to live. I don't know what to do. He was in San Francisco. I said, just come to mine. He said, what? I said, pack your bags, come to mine. And when he thanks me, till date, he's like,
you never forget.
I
when you were at your lowest ना, और जो आपको help करता है वो आप कभी नहीं भूलते.
बिल्कुल. और मैं उसको कहती हूँ, Sam, this is not me.
Yeah.
Naru showed me this.
Yeah.
And then I did. You paid forward.
Cool. Lovely. That's lovely.
So it was a beautiful time, and फिर I got back with Ali, and I got a scholarship to UCI. I think I was tired of that life.
Yeah, it is tired. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's a very young age. It's a lot, you know. You have the smaller brother to look after. फिर, you know, money problems होते हैं. फिर आप मेहनत, आप थक भी जाते हो. And it's
Actually,
not...
आप थक जाते हैं, you know.
You're exhausted.
मैंने 1 साल college से off लिया. I was a recruiter for travel nurses. And I was a kid.
Yeah.
Everybody there was like a Berkeley grad and this, that. But I did really well at that job. But I think a part of me was feeling exhausted. कि यार अब मुझे और मैं कितना काम करूँगी. What I didn't realize is कि अब तो काम खत्म होना था. Now I had gotten this, you know, my scholarship, and now it would have been all okay. But I came back and I got married.
That's okay. So life takes us on a journey.
No, that was amazing. At that time, it was what I wanted.
And sometimes हम लोग लड़ भी रहे होते हैं अपने आप से कि ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, but you don't realize, okay, around the corner something better, maybe the dream that you always wanted was actually around the corner.
बिल्कुल.
And that's what happened. कि तुम वापस आई हो, and then Ali was working at Indus, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's where you started your
Yeah.
media journey.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so it was ये तो अच्छी चीज हुई ना फिर.
बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छी चीज
Yeah.
हुई. मैं वापस आई हूँ और मैं इंडस अवार्ड्स गई थी एक दफ़ा उसके साथ लाहौर में, and that was it.
And then you started your journey as a VJ.
Yes.
Right, cool. And you liked music anyway.
Yeah.
Right? और फिर MTV भी आ गया.
MTV और फिर obviously the minute I came on screen, you know, it was just like there was so much love and there were all these. It was that I feel was a time जहाँ youth, Pakistani youth, TV देखता था हमारा.
You're right.
Right? हमें calls जो आती थी जो it was all young people calling.
Yeah, because social media नहीं था ना.
But also we were catering to them.
Yes,
you know,
and it was alive.
The music scene was
happening, exploding. Yeah.
Oh my God! I remember playing Sajaniya by Ali Zafar. I remember Altif's song. I remember all those songs.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of jobs.
Yeah. And different programs also. बहुत different किस्म की, not just a VJ job. You were doing
नहीं,
other
I'm saying before ना in LA.
Okay,
Rite Aid किया, फिर एक kiosk में काम किया. और वो सारे kiosk जो थे उस mall के वो owned by Pakistanis.
I know. ये होता है.
तो मैं तो वो ऊपर से नीचे एक दूसरे को बात करते थे. ये वाला बैग ला, ये वाला बैग दे. I was used to be like, oh my God, what's happening here?
It's like home.
It's like, yeah, but I was just like, what is going on? You know, इस kiosk पे I would be selling these bags.
Right.
फिर मैंने Brookstone में काम किया. फिर I worked at Express, as Zoran was saying, which was...
What's a fashion store?
हाँ, well, that was my least favorite.
Really? But you are such a fashionable girl. You're not.
I mean, I can't help you with your, like... They would come, मुझे ये, you know,
am I looking okay?
I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I was one of those.
Okay.
My favorite job was, I think, where I was recruiting for travel nurses. That's where I got to learn.
Managing.
Not managing. Having people trust me.
Okay.
You know. And then I would be on, you're like a therapist. So you're with these nurses, these ER nurses for hours.
Right.
And they tell you about your day because actually you're their employee.
Okay.
You have no idea what happened today. And I'd be like, okay, I would hear them out and, you know, and every nurse that you got, you used to get commission. And at one point I was their highest recruiter.
Oh, really? Because you would listen.
I would listen. I was also very... I knew that मैं तो बहुत छोटी हूँ. मुझे तो नहीं पता कैसे करते हैं. तो I had sort of, I don't know, cracked this strategy that सुबह मैं 1 घंटा जल्दी जाऊँगी and I will get to the database before anybody else. So I would go in early.
So you were smart even at that time. You were super smart.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this journey of yours, right? Yeah. I mean, it's very young to start at 17.
It is.
Okay. और फिर ये सारे काम करने वहाँ जाके और फिर scholarship ली, that means you're smart. फिर ये 1 घंटा पहले उठ के जाना. You know, these are smart. This is a smart person.
Yeah.
Okay. And then having the responsibility कि छोटा भाई है, माँ बाप यहाँ नहीं है, but I have to make sure कि he doesn't go out of line completely. It's a lot of.
But I was always very, which I don't think I am that way anymore. I wish I was. लेकिन मुझे हमेशा पता था कि मुझे कुछ करना है. मैं कुछ करूँगी.
What do you mean कि I'm not like this anymore?
I don't think मतलब I was so sorted. मैं नरू को मैं इन लोगों को कहती थी सायम ये लोग constant कभी कहीं पार्टी करें. They would call me a loser. Ask Naru.
Why?
They'd be like, oh, here comes Buzzkill.
Why?
Because I used to be like, guys, this is not cool, you know, like it's time to wrap up or whatever. I was
Acha,
like that.
so, because you were responsible and mature
yeah.
and working and not जो teenage में लोग जो कि पार्टी कर रहे होते हैं उनको care नहीं होती पैसे खर्च कर रहे होते हैं माँ बाप के पैसे
exactly तो मैं कहती थी
तो you're not the loser
yeah
it's the other way around
yeah I was a fun loser so I would tell them that one day when I become somebody then you will see और ये आज तक I was quite a, you know, that girl. Like, it's time to rap and it's time to do this. And I don't think, where have you studied? Where are the books? I was a mother.
I know. But
like I said, I was a parenting child. I was a parenting teenager. I was a parenting. Because I was always...
So do you feel like तुम्हारा childhood वैसा नहीं गुजरा जैसा गुजरता है normal लोगों का? I mean, you said you missed out on college days, you know?
Oh, yeah. That I missed out on.
But I also missed... I mean... Let's face it, there are different people are different types.
Bilkul.
And people say this, graduation week, people were partying and I was in the studio. I didn't have to be there, but I wanted to finish my sculpture.
No,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People are different.
Yes.
You know, and also, you're not drinking alcohol. You're not doing, you know, this is the American lifestyle of young teenagers. Yes. And if you're not doing that, you don't fit in.
You don't fit in.
You don't fit in.
You don't fit in.
मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ इस बात से क्योंकि अच्छा मैंने पहली बार जिंदगी में पढ़ाई की because I couldn't do anything else so I said okay अब इस पे concentrate करो you know what I mean you had to do it
and everybody has different journeys I mean
but you made up for it Mahira
oh yes
you know she enjoys her life ये नहीं आप समझें लोग कि Mahira is not made up
तो ये बुढ़ापे की हो रही है ना वो I don't know if
यही होता है
everyone gets angry with me when I say बुढ़ापे की
part you're not बुढ़ापा
so who cares?
Yeah.
But you know when... Yeah. So you've achieved everything. You've done everything. Yes. Child is settled, this, that. Right. You're like, okay. Now I can let loose. Yes. Now I can have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. But...
And also, I think, मुझे जो समझ... seeing the journey, मुझे जो चीज़ समझ आती है that you are an extreme... And believe me, if you're at your age, this is not budhapa, it's called middle age. Okay.
Yes.
Because people are now living up to 100 and you're not even 50 yet. So I'm not even going to go there. But ye jab aap, it's inside of you. It's not just that you're a dreamer and you wanted this Shah Rukh Khan ke saath mera billboard, you got that, right? हो गया और वो बॉलीवुड डांस और वो सब वो कर लिया ना और फिर वो एक प्ले भी कर लिया जो कि अभी तक लोग उसकी बातें करते हैं अभी तक तुम्हें पेयर अप करते हैं तो वो सब हो गया अब बट इट्स नॉट इट हैजंट स्टॉप्ड माहिरा it's Mashan, it's the MK label, it's so many different things and your life has taken that journey and abhi bhi I would say you have miles to go and sky's the limit.
Inshallah. Yes. Yeah, I agree.
So I mean yes, ये तो dream करना तो बहुत ज़रूरी है. You agree कि you dream?
Oh, it's मैं तो ये कहती हूँ free of cost है
ना?
और आप जितना बड़ा dream करें उस पे कोई limit ही नहीं है. Limit ही नहीं है. But anyway, so coming back, you know, the VJing thing happened. That was a fun time. That was an innocent time. So much fun. I get ready, and you know, LA return, skinny jeans. You know, all of that. Really, really nice time. Got married. You know, and I think, you know, like post Azu, it was, I knew that my marriage was, even prior, I think, but I knew. You know when you know.
You know already and you just let it go on.
You let it go on and you love the person, they're your childhood sweetheart. And, but I knew, and I think that was a difficult and painful time for me. Personally, I was
very young also.
Very, very young. So young. So personally, it was like, क्या हो रहा है? मेरे पास एक baby है. This is not working out. डर लगता है आपको.
डर लगता है.
And professionally, I was. It was like,
wow.
Oh my God, what has hit me? I had no idea that success would come in this way. You know?
Yeah.
Like overnight. with Humsafar. So that was a tough.
I remember बोल के बाद हम लोग सब यहाँ आए थे. मैंने ये उस वक्त घर खरीदा था.
Oh my God!
हाँ, I have pictures of that. I have Ali's picture. You are there. Adnan Malik is there. दीपक बैठा हुआ है. शालम बैठा. आतिफ गाने गा रहा था बैठ के. मैंने उसको मूड़े में बैठा के गिटार, परीशे का गिटार पकड़ाया था. And I remember we were sitting and I have pictures of you. I have a picture from that time. So it was, the movie was fantastic. That was the first movie you did, right? After the Humsafar was absolutely like a huge success. And, but so you were just going on. And what happened when you were doing the first movie? What was the feel? Like, oh my God, this is my dream, second dream. That was the dream.
That was the dream.
Not the Humsafar, not the drama.
No, and honestly, it wasn't even Bollywood or show.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to be in front
of the camera.
And
film. Big
film.
Screen.
Yes. What I realized was that when I got there, that it's a job. And I did it so earnestly. Like I would have my paper, and look at Shoaib Saab working. I was a supporting lead in it, actually.
Yeah. And it was a great film.
Excellent film.
The things that he talked about. Sometimes Shoaib Saab gets carried away and puts a lot of different causes into social causes into.
But Bol
was fantastic.
Fantastic. Or Shoaib Saab to be my first director was something else.
Yeah.
And then that Gana, वो आज तक होना था प्यार. यहाँ चल रहा है वहाँ चल. It's like. That song just became this thing. And then very soon after Humsafar came, after 2 months.
Yeah. So it's like great.
It was...
But Mahira was climbing and it was great and all of that. But personal life jo thi, wo itni zabardast nahi. Was that the first hurt? What was that like? What was the pain like? I know you were scared. You said कि मुझे डर भी लग रहा था. It's not easy. Divorce is not an easy thing, It's also major, It's a major thing because of society. Hamari society mein I think your parents are very supportive. They're good, I can see that. But it's still not easy. Jo andar guzar rahi hoti hai insaan ke, wo kisi ko pata hi nahi hota, and how to deal with all the changes and everything.
Yeah.
And the finality.
I think that... I think when you're going through it and you don't know what's happening, but you're in pain and you're sitting in a room and you feel like the walls are closing in on you and you're feeling anxious and you don't know what it is. I think that's more painful than when you make a decision.
Yes. There's a weight off your shoulders.
So when you make that decision and you're like, okay, now... You don't need to say it to anybody. आपका दिमाग या आपका दिल बस कहता है अब बस. और मुझे ये लगता है ये औरत जो है एक औरत की बहुत बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ होती है. वो जब डिसाइड कर लेती है तो फिर वो कहती है. तो मुझे ये पता था कि I will take my child and I'll be with, but I knew that I don't want to be dependent on anybody. Not even my parents.
Okay.
And जब कोई भी नहीं था तो मेरा काम मेरे साथ था.
It's a huge crutch.
Huge support.
Because ये सब लड़कियों को भी पता होना चाहिए. Because लोग समझते हैं काम करना है. Please education करो तो please अपना काम ज़रूर करो. You have to work,
Nothing like financial stability. So those first few years बहुत painful थे. बहुत. क्योंकि again दो अच्छे लोग थे. ये नहीं था.
लोग कभी खराब नहीं होते. उनके कभी you just there's no match. Sometimes वो नहीं बनता.
कोई abusive relationship नहीं थी. कोई ये नहीं था. But दो बच्चों की शादी हुई थी, So वो दो लोग अलग तरह भी evolve कर जाते हैं. So मगर तकलीफ दे था. There was a little bit of pressure, go back sort of a thing,
Of course. And it was also time ago. ये नहीं कि अभी तो we are going through a completely, I still think एक decade से भी बहुत फ़र्क पड़ जाता है, you know. और I think when you go back into a certain time, things have changed. Like I said, your mom, you talked about your mother, right, and treating you like a friend. My mother did the same thing to me, but we don't even realize these things. And मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ अपने पेरेंट्स को हम जज नहीं कर सकते. वो उनकी एक जनरेशन अपनी अपब्रिंगिंग से आती है और उनकी थिंकिंग ही अलग होती है. और हमारे जो बच्चों की जनरेशन है, मेरे बच्चों की, वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है. बिल्कुल फ़र्क है. वो मुझे सिखा रहे होते हैं और मैं सुनती हूँ, लेकिन मेरे एटलीस्ट आई फील दैट वी शुड हैव कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ लिसनिंग टू आवर चिल्ड्रन.
एब्सोल्युटली 100%. आई थिंक मेरे लिए what was painful, now you're talking and I'm remembering things, you know. Usually I don't ever go into the past, is Azu, you know, little Azu, not understanding what's happening, you know.
How old was he?
A year?
That's
2 years?
it?
Yeah, barely. So as he grew up, there was a time that he went through a little bit of a difficult.
Of course.
But I won't talk about it because again,
no, that's fine.
It's his place to talk about that.
Exactly.
It's his story.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's old enough to give me the consent to talk about what he went through.
Yeah.
But सबसे अच्छी बात जो I think मेरे और अली के बारे में है कि हमने ये decide कर लिया था कि जो भी होगा, this child is priority, number one.
So, and he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's a kind boy.
Because वही वाली बात ये ना कि लोग बुरे नहीं होते कि sometimes there's no match and sometimes even if there's a match in the beginning.
Oh, you're talking about Ali?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, yeah, Aslan's a kind boy.
बहुत cute है. वो तो मुझे.
No, Ali is that's what I'm telling you, that
he's a good guy.
बिल्कुल. और आज हम लोग इतने एक sort of how do you call that? Like, is it a modern family or is it a
contemporary family? Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot, but it works out in the end.
Yeah.
It doesn't just work out for your child. It works out for
बहुत सारे
everybody.
लोगों को ये समझ नहीं आती बात, you know, because they stay in marriages which are unhappy and समझते हैं कि बच्चों को नहीं पता. बच्चों को सब पता होता है.
बच्चों को सब
पता होता है और वो अफेक्ट होते हैं इस चीज़ से और बहुत बुरी तरीके से और उनकी आगे की रिलेशनशिप्स अफेक्ट होती हैं जाके.
बिल्कुल.
So ये लोग कहते हैं कि जी divorce is a bad thing. It's how you look at it and how you also work on it, like how you've worked on it, right? Both of you and Ali have worked on being the parents that are still around, right?
And now Ali is married to the loveliest girl.
Right.
We respect each other's partners.
Right.
We're really like, it's taken a lot, but we're there. Alhamdulillah. And I can see that Aslan, you know, Aslan says to me, you know, I love Zahir more than you. Really?
तंग कर रहा है तुम.
नहीं, but he means it. And I like that he means it.
Yeah. I think that's also wonderful क्योंकि एक relationships आपकी grow कर रही हैं, you know.
बिल्कुल.
There's another member of the family. You have a brother. You know, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, it's
but
amazing.
But he's not allowed to love him more than he loves you. वो तो तुम्हें तंग कर रहा है. He's poking you.
अरे नहीं, but he does.
Okay.
हाँ, तो मुझे आज तक अपने भाई से ज्यादा प्यार है.
ठीक है, वो तुम्हारी तो अपब्रिंगिंग है कि वो उसको इतना प्यार है अपने भाई से.
You know, Ali's mom says, you have made him too kind. हमेशा कहती थी, मायरा देखो, टफ बनाना है इसको. तुम्हारी तरह नहीं. टफ बने.
तुम तो बहुत टफ हो. Why do you? मैं हमेशा मुझे सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम तुम्हारे साथ है.
I am tough. I think I am. But I guess not.
माहिरा, जो सबसे जो टफ लोग होते हैं ना, हाँ, वो अंदर से जो भी हो फील कर रहे हो. Okay, वो कहते हैं ना, courage is the art of being the only one who knows you're scared to death. Okay, it's true. Because what जो कर जाता है ना इंसान जिंदगी में, वही तो असली चीज़ तो वही होती है. अंदर से जिस तरह इंसान वहाँ पहुँचा हो और whatever you have achieved, what I'm saying again, not middle-aged even yet, okay, not bura, at this age, okay, whatever, the dreams, being a single mother, making a house, Having her parents with her
by
in the
the way,
house.
that's a story.
Huge.
That's a story.
Please, तुम और अपने आप को हमेशा तुम मैं देखा है तो जूतियाँ ही मार रही होती हो. मैं जब भी इससे मिलती हूँ, maybe it's your humility. I don't think it's lack of confidence. Okay, maybe it's a front. I don't know. Maybe the front
There
is
is a
the
lack
courage.
of confidence, I think.
Well, yeah, but
Little bit.
Why? I mean, okay. I'm going to say this.
What?
मैं जो देखती रहती हूँ, जिस तरह लोग तुम्हारे पीछे आते हैं और मुझे गुस्सा चढ़ता है. I'm just over here. I know you, but I mean, I get angry. So I can't even imagine. It's like constantly being thrown things at. Even though you are the sweetheart and the most popular, people might have more followers on Instagram and social media, but when it comes to, say, the most popular person, actress, or I would say more than, I mean, let's just face it, maybe with Benazir Bhutto, maybe Rana Liaquat, you talk about Sharmeen Obaid, Mahira Khan. I would put you up there. In all of the women that I know in Pakistan who are respected and loved. But yes, that they heap shit on you all the time. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it hurts. It's painful. It's wrong. It's jhoot. But मुझे लगता है कि पाकिस्तानियों को ना और जनरली बहुत टाइम है और हमारी नेशन में ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. अच्छे लोग भी हैं लेकिन बहुत इनसिक्योरिटी हमारी नेशन के अंदर है और वो फिर जब आपके ऊपर हीप करते हैं तो इट ऑल्सो they're pulling you down all the time. They're trying to pull you down. So it's very difficult.
Well, I think
I've said a lot.
Especially with being a woman, when you are going... So when people can see you have potential and, you know, you've just had a hit or something like that, it's love.
Yeah.
When you have gone over and beyond their imagination, it's hard to stomach it.
Yeah.
And I know that.
So is that where you feel that your lack of confidence, you're saying it's not lack of confidence, but maybe thoda sa tum khud keh rahi ho na mere mein
I think, I'll tell you, let me be very honest. Now, is at least while you're talking, I'm thinking, why do I sometimes do that? I think it is a little bit of a habit also.
Okay.
I always had this because when I was even growing up, I had a lot of attention and I didn't want that attention.
Okay.
I wanted to be part of
the crowd,
the group. So like everybody else. So that attention used to affect my relationship sometime. You know, I've become better at owning who I am, what I look like, the work that I've done, my journey through life. I'm more at ease at owning it now.
Okay.
But I fall on that thing where I'm like, no, I'm not this, I'm not that. So that I can make everybody easy around me.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. You know.
Because you could really, you know.
Oh, that.
हाँ. ये भी तुम करती हो.
ये तो doubt है, ये तो होता है. And that's Sarmat says, please, हमेशा ये doubt रखना. क्योंकि जब तुम्हें नहीं पता होता, हम तुमसे काम निकलवा सकते हैं.
सही बात है. Okay.
So there's a little bit of doubt, but at the end of the day, there is more faith than doubt. But you know, I have to tell you the story about my home.
I want to know. I've been to the house, guys. I mean,
but we can talk about the trolling more if you'd like.
The trolling के बाद वो तो हर celebrity के साथ trolling होती है. But and I know, and I was just connecting that to maybe how you question yourself all the time, right? कभी-कभी तुम करती हो.
That's a good point.
And but obviously I'm trying to tell you that and I'm trying to give you that confidence that, dude, you're here, up there, and you don't have to doubt yourself, don't have to second question yourself, because तुम्हारी जो convictions हैं, जिस तरह तुम बोलती हो और जिन चीज़ों के लिए तुम stand up करती हो और जैसी तुम हो और जैसी भी, मुझे तो ये भी अच्छा लगता है. आई थिंक ये भी एक जो छोटा अच्छा रियली नो यार यू थिंक सो इट्स गुड बिकॉज वो तुम्हें थोड़ी सी वो जब लोग कहते हैं ना ह्यूमिलिटी है या वो भी अच्छी चीज़ है. कोई चीज़ आपके अंदर बुरी नहीं होती.
नहीं, you're right, but I think what you said ये जो आपने बात की है ना कि आप अभी जो हमने राउंड टेबल किया था उस पर मैंने ये बात की थी कि आप आते तो हैं फुल ऑफ फेथ एंड पैशन और आप कहते हैं बस ये कैमरा ऑन हो तो मैं दिखाऊं कि मैं दैट्स द काइंड ऑफ energy you come with. And then you're right, because of all this social media or tanqeed or constant आप कुछ भी कर लें, right? That's when you're right, there does come this weird doubt, lack of confidence. It hurts. Yeah. Look, the only time it hurts me is when people from my industry say something.
Acha. Okay, good. Oh, I like that. That's great. So that means कि तुम्हें इतना hurt नहीं होता है.
No, what? Look, with me, my fans are champions.
Yeah, they are.
They have fought wars for me like.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's scary sometimes. मुझे ये नहीं बुरा लगता कि आप एक faceless bored इंसान घर पे बैठे हुए हैं और आपको कुछ नहीं है दिन में करने को. अभी आपकी कोई माँ डांटने वाली है, जूते मारने वाली है, उससे पहले आपने किसी की तस्वीर देखी और आपने लिखा है आर यू मुस्लिम.
हाँ, मुझे भी आता है. आर यू मुस्लिम?
यू विल बर्न इन फायर.
यू विल बर्न इन फायर.
और आई होप यू डाई. मतलब so that stuff is not what.
But doesn't bother you.
No, not anymore.
But if somebody from the industry does something, but that's unprofessional also, by the way.
Because that has happened to me the most.
Oh.
So, and that is something that I make sure and I make a point of not doing. Because I want that years from now when a girl comes in and she wants to be like me, these are the things she picks up, not the other things. These are the things I want her to pick up.
Okay.
You do not have to pull someone down. You don't have to do that. If someone is succeeding, you applaud it. Because you will succeed.
Yeah. Also, industry grow करती है और आपको confidence देना है लोगों को. But yeah, like I said, it's a cultural thing also. Okay, so now we go back again. We could keep going back, okay? Because the journey अभी तो शुरू हुई थी. अभी हमने बोल ख़त्म किए ना और फिर हमने हमसफ़र कर लिया. अच्छा, I have a question because मैंने तुमसे ये I think तुम्हें याद भी होगा, मैंने एक मरतबा तुम्हें कहा था कि Mahira is always playing this. देखो, तुम जो भी बन जाओ ना, अगर तुम रेपर्स को भी मार रही होगी ना तो खूबसूरत ही लगती हो हमेशा. तो वो मुझे ये फील होता है कि तुम एक कैटेगरी में फंस गई हो. तुम्हें फील होता है ये?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Okay, what is a role that you would want to do? You've seen a lot of films.
So, I've actually done very few dramas. I did Humsafar. Then I did Shahrazad. Then I did
Sadke Tumhare.
Bin Roy.
That's it.
And now
Bin
I did
Roy
Hum
was a
Kahan Ke
drama, then
Sacche
they
The.
became a film.
Yeah, now I did Hum Kahan Ke Sacche The.
Why is that? You pick.
Yeah, I pick. And actually, again, you see, because Humsafar became popular, it's like, oh, she is that girl. Shahrazad was completely different. It's one of my favorites, actually. Sadke was completely different. Bin Roy was completely different. All of these were completely different. What I can do, I can choose differently. I can act differently, but I can't change my face.
I know that. No, but you can.
What do I do?
But you can.
How?
Because मैं तुम्हें यही बताया था. I said to you कि Halle Berry was the first African American actor to win an award, but she did Monsters Ball. Yeah. And then Charlize Theron, जो मुझे बहुत ही खूबसूरत लगती है, had to become a monster to win the award.
Right.
मैं जी वही
So now this is the thing, right? Now, again, you're right. Whether I do a Varna, okay?
Yeah.
जहाँ श्रेब साहब कहते थे मुझे नहीं पता किसी तरह ये ब्लू कर दो. और वो कर के भी वो कहते थे अभी मैं क्या करूं,
कि तुम अभी भी सोनी लग रही,
ये अब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि हम करें क्या इसके साथ, राइट? सो it's not that I don't know what it is, खैर. No matter what you do, until unless, like you said, until unless you do like a Monsters Ball or something like that.
Would you want to do something?
I would love to.
Really? Why haven't you done Hollywood? Everybody is doing. अभी ये भी कर, हुमायूं भी कर रहा है, आहद मीर भी कर रहा है, सज्जल ने भी कर लिया. Why has Mahira not done this yet? Weren't you doing something?
I'm waiting for Brad Pitt to call me.
अभी भी Brad Pitt?
Yeah, he's the coolest.
Really?
Oh my God, he's the coolest.
Oh, okay.
Even from the younger lot, like I just think he's such a cool guy.
Cool.
I'll tell you something. I think
you're such a dreamer. You're such a romantic.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Okay, rewind. We will not do Monsters Ball, and we will not do that because I think I understand Mahira a little bit.
What?
Huh?
I would love to do Monsters Ball.
What I see Mahira is Mahira loves the Peshwas. Mahira loves
not when I'm working. देखिए आपने हम कहाँ के सच्चे थे तो देखा नहीं होगा.
नहीं, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं.
उसमें माशाल्लाह मैं पेट भर की बुरी लगी हूँ.
बट फिर भी अच्छी लग रही थी.
अब देखें ये क्या बात हुई. You see, so either I will be really recognized for something like you said, where I have to really like go bald or something like that.
Would you do that?
I would do that.
Really?
Actually, I am.
Okay, everybody, please listen. She wants to do something like this. That's why I'm saying growth जो है बहुत ज़रूरी है, right? And I think because I think तुमने वो कर लिया ना. We've done the Shah Rukh Khan. You've done the beautiful Peshwazes, looking gorgeous in every film. Pare Hart Love में भी बहुत हसीन लग रही थी, you know. And I think that. I would like to see that Mahira going into that, and you guys have to get her to do it because she's an actor and she can do it.
Oh yeah, I mean I even like I think the telefilm that I did with Sherry, for instance. I don't know if you've seen it. You should watch it for the fact that Sherry has directed it brilliantly.
It got an award also, no?
Prince Charming.
I must see it. Yeah.
So देखिए, and as I'm aging. It's interesting to me that जब आप मेरी पूरी एक जर्नी देखेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि शहरज़ाद में बहुत मज़े की चीज़ें थी जो हुई थी की थी. These nuances and stuff like that, right? Which get covered maybe by the outward whatever it is. But when I did Hum Kahan Ke Sache The, which mind you was like, for me it was like, okay, this is a drama, this is, you know, a heavy story and I'll do it. People were like, what acting? So maybe, and again, like I'm saying, it's age, and with age, you know, all of that is not as
you're right,
bright or as, you know.
And I think jab tak hai wo bhi karna
nahi, but I guess I'm looking forward to those other roles.
That's what I want to know. I mean,
I'm like looking forward. You know, like, you don't understand. Like, me and Sarmad hopefully will be working together. And I'm looking forward to be, you know, just and put in a, you know.
Yeah, I also think because Mahira is also the fact. Okay, I have to talk about Mashan because I think it's a fantastic platform.
Thank you.
And मैं किसी और को कल उस दिन पर रही थी, मैं किसी दूसरे जो तुम्हारे competitor platforms से उनका नाम नहीं, वह मैंने उनको ये कहा वापस आके राउंड टेबल से कि ये लड़की आगे निकल गई है, ये ब्रांड प्लेटफॉर्म आगे निकल गया उनके सबसे. बिकॉज एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ होती है, एक री-इन्वेंशन बहुत बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ होती है. जो भी आप बिजनेस भी करने जाओ या एक्टिंग जो भी करो, आपको हर चीज़ को री-इन्वेंट करना पड़ता है एंड मूव विद द टाइम्स. नाउ योर ब्रदर इज वर्किंग ऑन
वेल इट्स ऑनेस्टली माय ब्रदर. I always wanted to start a blog. I had a small little blog when I was in college called Soul Fry. And so he came to me. He used to work at Tribune. मेरे पास आता है और कहता है कि remember तुम्हें ये करना था. मैंने कहा he's like, you know, we don't have any news space, any platform, nothing for women. And और हमारे पास इतनी औरतों की रिक्वेस्ट आती हैं और क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. We don't have a space for women.
Achha, so idea came from him.
Yes, and
Very
that's
good.
how Mashin was formed and made. And we've worked really hard. जब हम अपने core values से निकल रहे होते हैं, I go in there and I said, don't. ये नहीं हम कर सकते. I'm not as strict as Mashin is.
Achha, okay.
Oh yeah. We don't post certain designers post, even though they are paid and it's money for us, because we don't agree with the stand that they've taken.
Okay,
And that's
so
really big.
so let's talk about that also, okay? Because obviously that's something which is very true to my heart, and one of the reasons we have this platform is questioning.
Right.
Why का मतलब ही question करना है चीज़ों को, and like your brother, my son said, Ammi, you are always angry. You're always talking about ye why. We have to. Why don't you just go talk about it? And so even I'm very picky about who I have on this platform.
Yeah, good.
And what we can talk about. So I know that you work with UNHCR.
Yes.
And that's a very important thing. You know, abhi 79 bichare refugees jo hain, they drowned yesterday in the Aegean Sea. And so there's a huge problem there. And so, but there's so many platforms, not like this. There's child abuse, there's
there
labor,
are endless platforms.
domestic abuse,
Yeah.
Bilkul, so obviously you have a platform for that. And you're also working with Shaukat Khanum, right?
I work with Shaukat Khanum. I work with UNHCR. I just today, Babar मुझे बता रहा था, my makeup artist, he said, क्योंकि कल हम UNHCR के लिए वीडियोस बना रहे थे और फिर now PDP के लिए वीडियोस बना रहे थे, things that I support, causes that I support. तो he's like, आपको पता है, I think it's called JDC, है ना, JDC, और he's like, मैं कल आपको देख रहा था और हम ये कर रहे थे, पूरी रात मैं सोच रहा था you must support. मैंने कहा लाओ तुम मुझे दे दो और मैं देखती हूँ. And he was telling me all these amazing things and I was like, wow man, this is what I'd like to do.
What is it?
It is they provide food. So they have different dastarkhan, है ना? हाँ, so जैसे लंगर तो नहीं बोलेंगे ना बाबा?
It's like a langar, yeah.
Free of cost to people.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I also love the Robin Hood.
Yes.
I love them.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
There are so
There's
many.
so many good people doing good things in Pakistan.
I mean, I want to do something like that.
Yeah,
I
because
want to
feeding
make an
people.
old people's home.
Oh, that's nice. Because अच्छा हाँ, because हम सोचते ही नहीं हैं. But अक्सर हमारे culture के अंदर old people are staying with their families.
And they're treated sometimes very badly. So
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Aaj मेरे फर्श में तुम लोगों का ख्याल रखूं."
Cute.
Yeah. We talk about the beginning of life.
Yeah.
Actually, again, I'm very fond of old people, but I just think that some of my experiences have made me want to do this. But I think, like, you know, at the start of your life, we're also concerned. कौन से school, कौन सा ये, कैसे खाएगा, क्या करेगा, ये होगा. मगर जो आपकी जिंदगी का आखिरी टाइम होता है, कुछ साल होते हैं, उसको आप बिल्कुल भूल जाते हैं. और आप, I don't know, I find that so strange.
Yeah.
It's like the last few years, they should be listening to good music. They should be treated nicely.
And they're lonely also.
And they're lonely.
Because उनके किसी की बीवी मर जाती है, किसी के बच्चे बाहर चले जाते हैं मुल्क से, and they're all alone.
Right.
I know because I have an 80-year-old mother. I have to look after. She's like a child almost now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And उनकी needs different हो जाती हैं. They're like children.
बिल्कुल.
So I think that's a very that's a very good idea.
Of course you can do it. I would love to.
You will do it.
I will, I think.
You will do it.
I will.
Because I believe, like Narissa, I'm telling you, you will do it.
I will.
Because you have it in you. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do it. And another thing that I want to do is open a shelter for women where they just have a place to stay, eat, like a commune.
Because हम ड्रीम्स की जब बात करते हैं, the dream जो बचपन की ड्रीम थी कि मुझे ये बिलबोर्ड करना है, मैंने शाहरुख खान के साथ करना है, and then all the whatever happened after that, it happened to you, it happened to Fawad Khan, and I saw how horrible it was, and you said it hurt you. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was unexpected. You know, I'd finished the film. Everything was going just fine. And then suddenly this attack happens and politically everything gets, it's always political.
Yes,
it's always political. With India, it's always political. So, but the fact that it would get this messy, and
were you scared?
I was not scared.
You were threatened?
Yeah, threatened. Oh my God. Constant tweets, constant, in fact, I would get calls, and very scary ones. And the only thing I wanted was, okay, fine, I can't go to India to promote it. I can't enjoy this. I can't. But I hope it releases in my country. Because I knew that people would rush to the cinemas to watch these two.
Yeah.
He's loved here.
And you're loved here.
So for me, that was heartbreaking. That brought on a very, I think जो मेरे अंदर एक anxiety थी हमेशा से, और एक दबा हुआ maybe depression था, वो निकल के बाहर आया. At that time, that was a hard time for me. I felt attacked. I felt, I guess I had built it up, and then it came crashing down.
It's like a dream being crashed, and
and then the backlash, and then constantly आपकी तस्वीर उस पे लग रही है, उनके channels पे, और फिर यहाँ हो रहा है, और constant, you're getting mean tweets or threats or comments, or it's like, get out of here, and you're just like, I was never there. I'm here. I'm home. And then people at home are saying, why did you even go? So it was dono taraf se I was being, and that is a time where I think my faith broke a little. And then I developed severe anxiety to the point where one day I had like a panic attack and I fainted. And that's the first time I went for therapy.
I'm so glad. First time in your life?
First time in my life.
Wow.
But it just,
You had to?
No, but I went to one therapist, then another therapist, and it was just not working for me. I either I was not opening up, or I felt like when I sat there across from the therapist that I went to at that time, they would look at me with a little bit of, yeah.
And what is she complaining about?
I was very lucky though. I had my friends, my family, the person that I'm still with supporting me, But still, it isn't external. It's how you're feeling inside.
Yeah.
And so that year was sort of rough. And the same year, Race released. It was the same year Varna released. And the same year, the whole picture thing happened.
So too much.
And it broke me. I was broken. I wouldn't sleep. My hands used to shake.
That's bad.
It's a tough time.
I think we've all gone. I know.
Yeah. So that happened, and then
how did you get out of it? Eventually, though.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the first time I had to face a crowd. I was so nervous. For Varna and all that, the scandal and this, and it was just so much. And I was like, no one's gonna come. We were going for promotions, and there were hordes and hordes of people.
Wow.
Fifi had written, I was just telling this, and Fifi had written this article, The Girl in the White Dress. It's an amazing article. But one of the things she wrote in it is that, what are all these brands going to do? Here is this girl who's sort of on every billboard, in the face of all these brands. What's going to happen? And it was a huge shock to me that whether it was the charities I work for, Shaukat Khanum, or whether it was the other brands at that time, from L'Oreal to Lux to, all of them, they all said, we're with you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And that gives you confidence.
That did.
Yeah.
But after that, the anxiety lasted. Because it had come out on the surface, right? So everything, any little thing made me...
Trigger.
Yeah. Now the triggers were all out in the open. My vulnerabilities were sort of pouring out and sort of on the surface.
Right.
And eventually I ended up in a psychiatrist's office and she said, we'll talk about everything later, but I need you to know that you have manic depression.
Oh.
And this is the first time I'm saying that. I don't know if I should.
No, why? It's okay. Okay.
But so it's been like 6-7 years. I've been on antidepressants. I tried leaving them in the middle. And I went into a very, very dark space and a dark hole. I'm not the kind of person, I'm a very hopeful person. So I did understand that there is something that is beyond me, beyond the prayers that I will do, beyond the friends who'll cheer me up, beyond everything.
Beyond work and success and everything.
There is something not right, and it's okay.
Yeah. It is okay. People don't understand that 60% of people go through depression, and it's not something I wouldn't even call it, because it's like part of life. I know I've been there a few times. When we talk about mental illnesses, my mother's had it, and I've had to deal with it for all my life. But this is it's a very human and across the globe thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
But it is also, it is important to talk about it because it's so prevalent, and we don't talk about it in our society.
That's why, I mean, I talk about it every chance I get. I've been very, like, this is the first time I'm really saying this, that I take medicine. Like, I've been on this for now however many years, and when I tried leaving it, like I said, I was bad, and that was last year, and I was again in and out of hospitals and trying to get help. So, but yes, everybody has ups and downs, and there are sad times and happy times and successes and failures, but clinical depression is real, just like any other mental illness or physical illness, and we should treat it like that. I'm sure that there were a lot of triggers that went from anxiety to depression, but honestly, it was always in there. It's also genetic, right? And that's a huge debate, nature versus nurture and all of that. But I used a lot of things to escape the darkness. So what I did realize was that even in my darkest, worst moments, I never project it. It's all inside of me. I'll still be like, I'll come to work and I'll be, but my insides are just मेरे अंदर तबाही मच रही है, लेकिन I'll be fine.
But it's a lot, Mahira.
Yeah, so
it's exhausting.
It is. I think that's why also,
you're taking care, you're going through race, you're going through whatever, and all of this coming, and then your father getting ill and you becoming the caretaker. You're human.
Yeah.
And obviously anything. People get cancer because they are exhausted or stressed, and so illness is illness, and it
illness
will be
is
अंदर ही होती, body तो react करती है
बिल्कुल. And so it's been a journey with my depression. It's been a journey, and I've had to work through it. I've had to dance through it,
Dancing is so good.
No, I mean, what I mean is like, aap more saiyan kar rahe hain, like my, I keep saying Babar, but these are my these are my people.
Yeah,
you
they're
know.
your pillars.
Yeah.
They support you.
They've been there when, I mean, I've cried and broken down with them.
Yeah.
And they've
Picked
picked me up. The
What
person
a
I'm with
blessing.
right now is someone who's, especially when someone does not understand or doesn't deal with it themselves, that's a very hard
Very
thing.
difficult.
To understand someone else, to be patient with someone else.
Yeah. That's also
And
true.
then, yeah.
Very true. The patience that
Yeah.
now you have to have.
And just like it's but it's been a journey, and I've also had to accept it, that this is me, it's real.
Yeah.
And what are my triggers? How does it get bad? How can it get better? You know? Yeah, fine. Antidepressants is one thing,
Yeah.
but then what? You know?
Yeah.
Do you meditate? Do you eat better? Do you start seeing a therapist?
Did you find a good one?
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
cool. See, that's good.
I found a really good therapist.
Okay.
She really, like, she sucked it to me. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, good.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of things were brought to the open. And like I told you, मुझे कुछ याद ही नहीं रहता. मेरी अम्मा हमेशा कहती है.
Maybe that's your
defense mechanism
that you're putting
Yeah.
everything bad that's happened in a
Above.
corner, but then it's inside of you.
Absolutely. आप जो भी कह लें, ये तो एक memory है, but आपकी muscle memory भी है.
Yes.
आपकी दिल की भी एक memory है. और वो रखती है याद, वो store करती है. Your bones store it. So in these therapy sessions, you know, she really pressed me to go back, and I was like, oh, I don't remember. Finally, I just started talking, and I had forgotten, or well, I just never thought about what had happened. So many things that had happened.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a journey, and I'm just so grateful that I still have that hope, that glimmer of hope. I remember last year, I was, you know, I was bad, and I was in bed. It was so sweet. You know, Seher and all these guys. Baba would bring flowers every day. Like, who does that?
That's so
And
sweet.
yeah, and you know, I remember very well. I couldn't even get up from my bed to go to my bathroom. I was that bad. It was that dark. And I remember praying and saying, I promise you, Alamia, if you show me even this much of hope or light, I will take it and I will run with it. And when he did, or when I, you know, I went back on my medicines, and I woke up one day feeling like, oh my God, I feel like I can smile and
Feel
you know,
lighter.
feel lighter. So it's been a journey, and the reason why I talk about it a lot, and I guess I'm talking about it right now as well, even though I know, and even though I hate that kind of attention where Mahira Khan ko depression, I can't, I hate it. But it'll happen for 3 days, 4 days. But if someone out there is seeing this and they
going through the same
through the same thing,
Yeah.
I need them to know that it's a bump,
Yeah.
that there is help, that they can do something about it, and that anything their mind might be telling them to do, and no matter how hard it is, and you feel that it's better to not be here than be here, I promise you that's just now. जब आपका दिमाग कहते हैं ना कि why are you alive? You're in so much pain, right? It's not your mind. It's not you talking. It's your depression talking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And the most beautiful thing now is that my father and I, whenever I get an anxiety attack, even when I was younger, I don't know how he somehow appears.
Wow.
He just gets me. He gets me. I get him. I get him.
But that's what when I'm listening to you, I look at the people around you. There's so much love and such good friends and people who you work with. वो चले गई अपनी journey में शहर, बाबर अपनी journey में जा रहा है. लेकिन you think, this is part of life, huh?
I mean, some people are too special. Awesome.
Yeah. And they'll never
Do you
actually
know, I was not picking up the phone when this whole scandal broke or whatever.
Yeah.
I was, sort of, even though I was at work and I went through the work day.
Yeah.
And then I came back home. I wasn't picking up. The next morning, who's at my house? Asim.
Sweet. Solid.
तो मैं नहीं, no. You can't break. You cannot. There are too many people. I mean, I'm like, if I was to tell you the people that have really, really been, and there's a small set of people, they're my people, but it's so important, Frieha, that support system, your mother standing with you, your father, your brother, your best friends, your partner, and your child.
Yeah, you are. And the thing is that, whenever we have all of this, and it's very important for you to recognize it and fix it, like you said, but also to look at all the good things. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And like the good things, the people, and then the house.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about happy things.
Listen, I'll tell you something. Gratitude is the sweet sauce to life.
Yes.
It is. It's that ingredient.
Yeah, which you have, because you've been talking about that. You're grateful for all the success. You're grateful for your family, your friends, the people you work with, and also having the courage to put that smile on your face पे अंदर से जो इंसान मर रहा होता है, you still, that's the courage. That's courage.
But देखें, ये तो दुनिया है ना.
हाँ.
You say I'm a people's person, और मुझे बहुत दफा जहर नाराज होती थी. Oh, now you're gonna stand and talk to this fan. Like, yes, I just. Actually, मैं जब लोगों को देखती हूँ तो मुझे, जब मैं देखती हूँ, पता नहीं क्यों मुझे लगता है, अच्छा इसकी क्या स्टोरी होगी, इनकी क्या होगी, इनकी क्या होगी, और सबकी स्टोरी है, और सबकी जिंदगियों में क्या नहीं हो रहा, फिर भी आप काम पे आते हैं, आप काम करके जाते हैं. That's how God has made us. Tragedy happens. अजीब बात है, कोई बहुत बुरी चीज़ भी हुई होती है, लेकिन आपको कोई चीज़ फनी दिखती है और आप स्माइल कर जाते हैं. क्योंकि हमें बनाया है ऐसा. So yeah, I think that is something that there is gratitude. I don't include too many people. I'm a creature of comfort.
That's fine.
I like having my people. I like there to be love and joy at work and at home. And let's talk about the home.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. ये इतनी बड़ी बात है ना. And your parents are with you?
Yeah.
And your brothers also there?
Yeah.
देखो ये wow. And this was also one of your dreams कि मुझे अपना घर चाहिए.
बिल्कुल.
And you've got the home. Yes. And you've done it up. Was that exciting?
So exciting.
Of course. मुझे परीक्षा बता रही थी, Mama, have you seen Mahira's room? I said, no, I haven't seen the room. I've been outside. I haven't been inside. Yeah. Joy in that room, do you feel happy around it?
I mean, हमारा जो पुराना घर था,
मैं आई थी वहाँ पे कोविड के ज़माने में.
तो वो जो है वहाँ अब whenever I go back, because मैशन की चीज़ें होती हैं वहाँ, whatever. तो it's so interesting. कल भी मैं गई थी. And I don't know what happens to me, but I just for a moment मैं उस कमरे में जाती हूँ, जो एक बहुत छोटा कमरा, और उस मतलब बहुत छोटा बाथरूम, और वहाँ मैं और अज़लान सोते थे. पहले मैं, अज़लान, अम्मा, फिर मैं और अज़लान. That's the space we had, और मैं बस वहाँ खड़ी होती हूँ, मैं कहती हूँ thank you. That even then I was happy.
I know.
I was very happy. Nina used to come over and be like, अब हम यहाँ मीटिंग करेंगे और लोग आएंगे और वो एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि माहिरा खान का घर होगा और हम देखो कहाँ आ रहे हैं तुम्हारे कमरे में. I was like, whatever. this is what
but
it
you
is.
have memories of that also.
Oh my God! It's
अच्छी
not that.
memory
That is still my parents' home. They don't want to give it away. क्योंकि उनकी भी एक वो है.
Of course.
But it took me a while to make that kind of money. You know.
Yeah.
ये नहीं कि कल overnight कुछ no. All these years. मेहनत से और फिर वो जगह ली और फिर it got delayed because my father, like I said.
Yeah, he wasn't fine.
Yeah. And it's up and down, but it was just it was amazing. So last year another person I took care of was my nani. I don't know if you know that.
I know all the stories and all your posts and stuff like that.
Oh, so वो हमारे पुराने घर में अब क्या था? नानी, अम्मा, अज़लान, मैं, हिसान, अब्बा.
Wow.
In that house.
Yeah.
So she was, what a woman. And she was old, obviously, but healthy. And suddenly her health went down. You know, it's a sudden sort of.
Yeah.
And she also developed dementia by the end of it. So it's a hard thing, you know, with someone who
they don't remember.
They don't remember and they can get very angry very quickly. So I really, really, really looked after her and my khala and me. And of course, my mother in different ways. So I used to tell her, बस वो कहती थी भाई घर हम कब जा रहे हैं घर में हाँ घर कब मूव मैंने कब फिक्र नहीं करें वो आप देखिएगा कि वो कितना अच्छा है कितना और वहाँ आपका जो कमरा है वो बाहर उसके फूल होते हैं तो वो आती थी देखती थी कि क्या हो रहा है. So towards the end of it she had completely she would forget everything and so she would say कि मीरठ वाले घर में ना सफ़ेद वाले घर में हम जा रहे हैं. She would think it's her childhood home. Okay. And when we were at the hospital and we knew that she was going, so the doctor said देखिए इनके पास maybe 24-36 hours.
Okay.
So either she can go here or you can take her home. Either way, there's nothing we can do now. She's going. I moved into my house. My brother had moved in earlier on. I moved into my house with my nani. So that ambulance came. We got nani out. And yeah. And then
we took her to the Meerut wala ghar.
Yeah. And
nice.
She was a strong, stubborn woman. She survived a week.
Okay, but maybe that's what made her survive.
10 days.
That room and that Meerut wala ghar, and I'm not ready to go yet. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
That's
sorry, this is the year before last.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
I also think that you're so blessed with all of this.
I am.
Dadi, Dada, Nani, Puppi, Chachi, Khala.
Oh, my
Mom
Khala.
and Dad. And तुम्हारी इतना emotion है सबके लिए. And I think that is what comes through in your personality. You know? मगर मुझे ये लगता है कभी-कभी कि तुम सबका ख्याल रखती हो. और तुम्हारा it's a, you know, we don't understand. I've understood it because I've done that all my life too. You know? But it's a blessing and it's also a burden. And sometimes it can be very taxing as well. But at the end of the day, when you're a giver, you're a giver. And once you also come to terms with that, you have to come to terms with that. Okay, this is my nature. My therapist said this to me. So who do you pray for first? I said, my mother, my sister, my brother, my children. Where do you fit? When do you pray for yourself? Who's looking after you? Okay, and that can affect us.
Of course.
So, you know, I made it a point, one of my goals for this year was to look after, lost the weight.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so I think I'm just, as a friend, I'm saying this to you.
I have started to.
Yeah.
I think Nani going away affected me badly. Actually, very badly. I'm in complete denial. And then my father last year was on the vent.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I remember that.
am I going to lose another person? Is this house that house? I was thinking like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But now I've become a lot more, I'm being nicer and kinder to myself. मगर मेरी अम्मा हमेशा ये कहती हैं whenever I say, आपको पता है ना कि मैं ये कर रही होती हूँ, कहती हैं देखो एक दरख्त होता है जिसके नीचे सब आते हैं, साया लेते हैं, चले जाते हैं, फिर उसमें जब फल आते हैं तो लोग उसको निकालते हैं, खाते हैं, एंजॉय करते हैं, चले जाते हैं. तुम वो दरख्त हो.
बट ये नहीं होता.
बट
दरख्त के बच्चे भी होते हैं.
दरख्त gets tired.
Everything in life, दरख्त gets tired, but everything in nature gives. That's the nature का तो है ही thing ना. हर चीज, the tree gives to the soil, the soil gives back to the tree, the water comes from the sky. तो ये तो एक nature का हिस्सा है. पर ठीक है, some people are the darakh, and you owned it right now. And you said, I am the darakh.
I am, and I own it, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
And initially, sometimes I would get angry about it. That why am I the one who's doing this?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're blessed. You're doing it.
Yeah. It's also your nature.
It is your nature.
Yeah, it's your nature. And you can't be any other way because you don't know how to be
you
another
know
way.
something? This is another thing. When people tell me, आप ये क्यों नहीं करती हैं और आप why aren't you like this? आपको किसी और का देख के बुरा नहीं लगता जब वो आपके पास? I'm like, it's harder for me to be mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than it is for me to be kind or nice.
Yeah.
I actually
it's
find
not in your nature.
I find it really hard to throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
I'm like, मैं क्या बोलूँगी? Prepare तो मुझे तो हंसी आ जाती है actually. I'm like
आता ही नहीं है.
I am so bad at it till there is something unjust happening. That's when the only times I've been like, ये नहीं होगा. That's it. But otherwise, वो वाले tantrums, I just like, क्यों? Why am I wasting my energy time?
Yeah.
But I think, Frieha, I'm at that point in my life. And
I think it's a good point.
It's such a good...
I'm listening to you और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
Really?
हाँ, मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है because I think you have the understanding of yourself now. You've understood people who leave us, your nadis and the dadis, my mom, people will leave. That's part of life, right? It hurts a lot, okay? But the best thing is that you've had them in your life. People don't have parents, they're orphans, they don't know the joy of love and the child, and you also have now the love of your life. That is something to look forward to, and that also stood by you.
Yes.
I mean, इससे बड़ी बात क्या हो सकती है?
Yes.
जिंदगी में आपको ये सारी चीजें मिल जाएं और अपने ऊपर burden कम. Mahira will look after herself.
I will look after myself. I'm trying to look after myself. I used to go to work for work.
Yeah.
2 दिन हम लोग imagine Cannes गए हैं, खूबसूरत जगहें देखी हैं, Paris गए हैं.
It's exhausting.
और आप, you know what I used to do? Stay there, do the shoot, out.
Yeah. Running, you're running.
Yeah,
you're
so
running.
what now I've started to do is, okay,
breathe.
I'm going to Islamabad for work. Let's go up to Nathia.
Yes.
Those are the little things that I've started to do. And again, look, everything looks easy. We all post things and people are like, man, these are perfect lives. But everything takes work.
Yeah.
Your relationship with your child, your parents, your partner. Like you said, I feel blessed. But it hasn't come with its fair share of ups and downs.
Yeah.
You just work at it.
Yeah.
And you should know, is it worth it to work at it?
Yeah.
And if it's not, you should also be able to say, I'm out.
Yeah. Because then it's another thing that's pulling you down. Yeah. You don't need that. Nobody needs that. But I'm looking at a very solid, good mind. No, I am.
But can you imagine? You remember I was this nervous little girl.
Nervous little girl.
मुझे लेके गई थी. Do you remember टप्पू?
टप्पू के लेके गई. We'll do a lovely shoot. And Mahira, अभी तुम्हें मैंने लक्स का ऐड दिलवाना है. Because तुम हमेशा ये sweet लग रही होती है. Let's make you a little sexy.
और मुझे जो शर्म आए. और फिर वो कभी पिक्चर्स रिलीज
मायरा ने कहा ये नहीं डालना, ये शूट कभी छपेगा ही नहीं. मैंने कहा अभी भी पड़ा हुआ है कुछ निकाल. बट यू नो आई थिंक दैट्स द थिंग. आई नो दैट मायरा कैन बी सेक्सी. I've seen you. मैंने जो तुम्हें उस दिन बर्थडे पे देखा था when you were wearing those lovely skin tight jeans.
Don't talk about that.
No, you look so good.
I
was just looking at you like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. She looks so hot. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. Because people see you like this, which is you, but they also see you at Cannes and the fabulous clothes and everything. But the Mahira I know is both. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, people have obviously not seen me in private settings where when I'm being a complete fool, and also when I'm having a good time, you know, when I want to get up on a table and dance, you know, and that's something obviously like how can that is my private life, right? And that's not something. They should know that I'm also that girl.
Yes, because she is. She was dancing in the room, putting the Bollywood songs on when she was very young.
Yeah, but no, you take me to like you know we were in Thailand. I remember once. It was my birthday actually years ago, and I keep telling these I delete these videos and pictures. I'm dancing on a table. I'm not very proud of that.
No, I've danced on tables and I'm very proud of it.
Okay, well, that's all right. Okay,
but that's okay. My image is very different from your image.
No, it's not about image.
Then?
I don't care. It's just, if I'm...
it's your life and you don't have to showcase it.
Oh my God, hell no.
Yeah.
You know, I can...
Sometimes you should have for yourself also.
It's mine. And it's... And I'm open and I enjoy myself. And my friends, you know, will say, "Acha, ye karke dikhao, ye karo." I'll do all of that.
Goofy ho to. I like the goofy.
Yeah, I mean that's for me is
you like EDM music, yeah.
Yeah,
you went to Tulum.
Yeah. Oh my God,
people don't know this about you. You like Bollywood, but I also like that.
So it's. But my only thing is that there is some things which are mine.
Yeah.
And they are mine.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
this was. FWhy with Mahira Khan. I thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I see you have wonderful Mahira. Like I said, you're gonna fly. You're gonna rock. I'm gonna see you more. We're gonna have our private moments, and we will have the public moments as well. and you know, just keep dreaming and be who you are because you're wonderful. I just want to keep telling you that.
Thank you.
Because I know that.
You're wonderful too.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows that
Thank
about you. But look after yourself. Very important.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I am actually starting to do that.
Yeah, we have a small gift for you for you.
Yeah.
And this is from, I think you know, from your favorite brand, from
Lurella.
your friends. Yeah. The girls who used to do makeup for you now have a brand.
The BBs
and
have now got a brand. Guys, I love this. And I'm not just saying this because
मुझे कहता है उसके पास इतने मैंने कहा मुझे पता
मेरे पास नहीं है.
नहीं है. मुझे कह रहा है उसको तो सारा वक्त मिलते रहते हैं.
नहीं, because I don't do too much makeup shake-up. But this is Iman and Imran know exactly what to send me. Lashes हम बाबर को दे देंगे. Ooh, thank you. This is so nice. I love it.
I love this stuff too.
Thank you.
I have the mirror also. But I'm the mother-in-law, so I have the mirror.
So you have to have the big mirror. How can you not? Hi guys, this is Mahira Khan. Don't forget to watch FWhy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.